Hello friends, welcome to 1CW right here on the Delmarva Sports Network. And today in our main event, the man who lost it all, Marshall E. Williams, challenges Sean Carlson for the 1CW Heavyweight Championship. But first, let's go directly to the ring for a special announcement.
All right. I wasn't here last month because I was away taking care of business. But back in October, some shenanigans happened. Some guys decided they wanted to try and run 1CW, and they forget that in that briefcase are some legal documents that give me a little bit of authority around here. So why don't y'all come out now?
What? I don't care.
What? I don't care. What?
Bodyguard? Thank you. Can we get a happy birthday? Hey, listen, I know they've closed down all the Hollisters, so you don't have much to do anymore. But Sunshine, why don't you take your ass on to the back?
He doesn't answer to you.
Anybody look at him? Bye. Hold on, guys, hold on. Just a random question. Does anybody even know who the hell Mike Meinenhold is? Next question. Who cares that he's even out here? Yeah, while you were off in Spain, we were here. Well, as you can tell, we're wearing 1CW brand because this is what we bleed. Hey, Mike, I see you come out here. You wanna have a conflict with the Wild West show? Hey, Papa Doc, you got $100 worth of toys I can buy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, ball for Toys for Tots. That's for you all. Mike, why don't you buy 100? Why don't you buy 100 worth? Come on, Mike. You're so tight, you squeeze a nickel to watch a buffalo take a crap. These people. You were off in Spain. We were here busting our asses while I'm going through one of the hardest moments of my life. You get out of my face, son, because I'll knock you out. Go ahead. If Marshall E. wasn't lined up tonight, I'd kick your teeth down your throat so quick.
But in that briefcase is a contract that you signed. And we'll find out later exactly what that means.
I'll tell you what it means, buddy. Hold on a second. Ain't nobody talking to you. Not one person in this ring has anything to say to you. All right? I have everything to say to you. Right now, you're talking about a contract in this bag. You know what? I'm going to tell you guys a little story. Right here in Houston, Delaware, Mike, there isn't even a stoplight. You want to know why? Because we don't want people like you stopping here by accident. Because we're here every month. We bleed this town. We live for this town. And we are this town, Mike. So let me tell you something. Take that contract, shine it up with those camouflage pants, and you know what you can do with it. But wait wait a minute. While you were in Spain, Mike, and I said I was working, I was working. I went out and got the best free agent manager there's available for my men so I can concentrate on running business the way it should be, not from Spain, but from Houston, Delaware, which 1CW deserves. So without further ado, let me bring out the manager of champions, because we are all champions. That's what we are, Mike. Come on out. Welcome home, Big Dust. Welcome home. So, again, with the contract and everything that nobody here cares about, what we care about are the toys for tots. We just put up 100. We just put up 100. We know the fans are going to put up way more than that. So if you got all the money to go to Spain, maybe, Mr. Nice Guy, you can do something as nice as we did.
Hey Hardy, careful what you wish for. Just might get it.
What's that mean? You should not. That's right, boy. I like that. Don't be around here, boy. Don't leave me hanging. Wow.
And as a power struggle continues between the management of 1CW, Big Dust has made his return and has aligned himself with the Wild West show on a day where every single title held by the Wild West show will be on the line. Right now, let's go backstage to hear from Miles of Fame, who today will be putting the tag team titles on the line.
And now I am here with Tommy Fame and Miles Millennium.
Band practice, bro.
What the hell are you doing, Joe? Beat it!
Alright, I don't need to deal with you either.
We
bro.
don't want to talk to
I
you
don't wanna
either,
talk.
Greg. Crazy. Look at this! This gear is amazing, man. You got tassels over here, tassels over here. Miles, man, on the side. Let me tell you something, Tommy Fame. The first rule of wrestling is if you look good, you wrestle good. Okay. All right. And the second rule is, and nobody's going to tell you this, always have an ace in the hole. And we here at the Wild West Show, we got the best ace in the whole world. And Big Dust, Dustin Wilson.
It's great to be back. It's great to be back. And I'll tell you this, a little insider information for you. The third rule of professional wrestling is when you are dealing with a couple of drooling beach bums, you always need a buddy.
Yeah.
The Wild West show looks stronger than ever, and today Miles of Fame defends the tag team titles against the men you see on your screen right now, the Bayside Brawlers.
Dick Tsunami, of course, the winner of the inaugural Christmas Classic. That tournament was held earlier this month. Partnership with the Workhorse Wrestling Training Center and 1CW. Huge win for Jake Tsunami. Let's see if he can ride that wave of success.
Really glad to see Big Dust back here. One of the best managers in wrestling on the East Coast. A former number 500 in the PWI 500. Was very upset when he got moved to 499.
Speaking of the PWI 500, Miles Millennium was himself part of the PWI 500, was he not?
He absolutely was. He's been in 2 years in a row.
Well, congratulations.
Jake
Here's a super
Tsunami.
kick.
Out of nowhere, rocking the tag team champion. Tagging in Tommy Fame.
Former partners going at it here, just trading blows.
Maybe Jake Tsunami's a little bit upset with Tommy Fame for ditching him. But it looks like he's got a new tag team partner that fits his personality a little bit better.
Let me tell you something, it doesn't take much to get that mad at Tommy Fame to want to punch him in the mouth.
I would have agreed with you maybe 4 or 5 months ago. Now I'm kind of starting to get on the Tommy Fame bandwagon. He's definitely stepped it up.
Double drop toe hold there.
Surfboard.
Surf's up, dude.
Miles Millennium's not suffering any fools.
Needs a drop toe hold, and we got double-barreled action.
Dustin, Big Dust, not happy with what he saw. He's going to regroup his teammates and give them a little bit better of a strategy. Out come Jake Tsunami and Merrick Miami. It's a meeting of the minds, maybe. Big Dust goes down.
He's not going to be happy with that, I can guarantee you, when he wakes up.
I don't know. This is a good change for Jake Tsunami. Maybe this is the right person to tag with, because so far this match has been all Miami and Tsunami.
Tsunami, of course, has had a number of different tag team partners here in 1CW. Looks to be gelling with Miami here.
You know, one of the things that when we're getting to talk to wrestlers, we ask them about how they would like to, fights off Tommy Fame, how they would like to talk about what their style is. And Jake gave me an answer that I'd never heard before, and he said it's opportunistic. And that's what we've been seeing so far.
That opportunity at the Tag Team Championships almost slipped through their grasp there. That big super kick from Tommy Fame knocked Miami for a loop.
Mounting with the ground and pound.
Tommy Fame certainly proud of himself here. Fame and Millennium have slowed the pace down. Tsunami and Miami look to be wanting a little bit of a quicker pace.
Well, that's just being veterans. Veterans know how to control the paces of a match. Tommy Fame, not really the veteran in this match. He's only been, cover. He's only been a wrestler for like a year or two, but Miles Millennium has some mileage under him.
Pun intended?
Yes. He's really made for a name for himself.
Oh, and look at this.
Look at what? I didn't see anything.
Miami's got to make a tag here.
But Miles really has that veteran status out of everybody in the ring right now.
He's been down the roads. He's done this. What's the phrase? Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Big right from Miami. He's still hung up on those ropes.
Miles taking him. Just beautiful.
Just hanging him up. And Miami is, well, miles and miles from his corner and a fresh Jake Tsunami. Millennium and Fame certainly have this match well in hand.
They had a great start to the match. Now it's just all been Miles and Tommy Fame since the halfway mark.
Well, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Cover.
And that's what I mean about not really having that veteran status, not really being that experienced in the ring. Miami could have easily had a rope break. Granted, he kicked out, but easily would have been a lot easier just to get a rope break.
Not to mention not having to expend the energy kicking out.
Tommy Fame, multiple suplexes. Is he going for the three amigos? No.
Miami reverses it. Can he use this opportunity to make a tag to Jake Tsunami? Forgoes that. Big maneuver.
Nice tag into Millennium.
Tag to Tsunami.
Tsunami leveling Millennium.
Firing himself up here. Big splash.
Nice elbow by Jake Tsunami.
Ooh, a little roll through flatliner there. Shoots a half.
Cover. This could be it.
We were that close to new tag champs, Mike.
Being that close doesn't get you anything in wrestling, though.
Tsunami up and over. Big code red.
Kick out.
Millennium kicked out, but just barely. That was 2 3/4, 2 9/10. We got a tag here. Miami's the legal man. Sizing up Millennium.
Big Dust trying to have a conversation with the ref.
Oh, look at Fame. He's pulled Tsunami off the ring apron. Gave a super kick.
They're on the outside. He's allowed to attack the outside man.
The stroke.
Beautiful frog splash.
That's all she wrote, guys.
And they retain.
They retained, but barely. Tsunami and Miami put up a heck of a fight.
Huge effort by the Bayside brothers, but in the end, it was Miles of Fame retaining the 1CW heavyweight titles. And next up, the Workhorse title is on the line. Mike Z defends the title against Darian Hardaway. Right now, let's hear from the #1 contender who hopes to recapture the title.
Now I am joined by Darian Hardaway, who tonight is going against Mike Z for the championship. Darian, first, good to see you. It's been a while since you've been here. But most importantly, what are your thoughts ahead of this big match?
My thoughts? You want to know my thoughts?
That is the question. Yes,
Actually, instead of me telling you my thoughts, you want to hear a joke?
Sure.
Everybody at home, you ready to hear a joke? All right, here we go. Mike Z, Workhorse champion. That's the joke. I'm back here 1CW because of one thing and one thing only, and that is to get back what's mine, the Workhorse championship. Mike Z is not a real champion. Mike Z is not worth being a champion. It's time that 1CW has a champion that they can get behind. And you're looking at him. Darian Hardaway, remember the name.
Sounds like Mr. Hardaway is quite ready for his match tonight against Mike Z.
Darian Hardaway seeks to recapture the Workhorse title today as he challenges Mike Z for it. But right now, let's go to the ring for a special announcement.
So, I love it when people promise things that they can't come up with. Apparently, I've been informed that QT Marshall, due to car troubles, will not be here tonight.
Oh!
Marshall Lee.
Uh-oh.
And if I remember correctly, didn't Sean Carlson say that if Marshall wasn't here tonight, he'd face you? So, the new main event tonight is going to be Sean Carlson versus
yours truly, your one and only, the one you all like and cheer for, Mr. Hang Time, Jay Flyer. That is not what I want to hear. I come out here to tell you that I will be the new 1CW heavyweight champion. You guys can boo all you want, but at the end of the night, me and my boss will be standing here with gold and this wonderful contract. I don't know if you've heard enough, but I'm done talking to all you fools because I gotta go get ready to win this championship.
That changes everything. On today's main event will no longer be Sean Carlson defending the title against Marshall E. Williams. Instead, it will be Jay Flyer challenging Sean Carlson. Right now, let's hear from the 1CW heavyweight champion.
Rantan Carlson. We've been friends for a long time.
Yeah.
This is my job. I've got to ask you. 1 week you're getting cheered by the crowd. 1 week you're getting stomped. I don't even. What is this Rantan Carlson? I don't recognize this man.
Ryan, sometimes I look in the mirror and I don't recognize myself. Hardships are what make a man, and right now I'm going through some of the hardest times of my life. And that's what makes a man. See, Ryan, I won this title and have defended it for the same reason, to protect 1CW. You look at a guy like Brian Morris, a guy who held this belt and disrespected the company and cried in the back about the guys he had to work and wrestle and cry because of what was going to happen. And then you get a guy like Ty Awesome wrestles me one-on-one, and Ty, me and you have gone to wars, but you and I both know that you can't hold the standard this company needs. So maybe, Ryan, maybe I had to do what I had to do to make sure 1CW was right. Maybe I had to do what I had to do to protect what I love the most. 1CW. And see, Ryan, I mean this. This has all been because of a cancer that's been growing that I created. I sold my share to Mike Mendenholt. I sold my part of 1CW to Mike, and that cancer has grown, and it has grown into something I hate. Ryan, I hate myself for selling my part to that jackass. And I will be the one to make sure he can't have the power. Jay Flyer, Joseph, whoever he has, I'm going to kick your teeth in. You look me directly in the eye, Mike. You can have every paycheck you want. You can pay everybody you want. You can do whatever you think you need to do to get on top. But that doesn't outwork hard work. That doesn't outwork talent. Take your paychecks and shove them straight up your ass. You want this? Come and get it.
I think we're in for one hell of a main event.
The wrench hand Sean Carlson defends the 1CW Heavyweight Championship today in our main event against Jay Flyer. But right now, let's go to our next match because Mike Z defends the Workhorse title against the former champion, Darian Hardaway.
The thing that's so particularly galling and frustrating about Mike Z in the pocket of the Wild West show is that it's only so recently that Mike Z basically repented for turning his back on his values and joining up with Tommy Fame in the first place. He asked all of us for a second chance. Everybody gave it to him. Really believed in this kid's capacity and potential, not just a wrestler, because that's obvious and self-evident. He's a champion for a reason, but his capacity to grow as a human being, and instead he snakes his way back into the safety of management.
Hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Well, right now, I think we're seeing, as Darian Hardaway puts a beating on Mike Z, that sometimes bullying is good. Maybe sometimes bullying gets the job done. Be a star, Darian.
I take it you have a lot of experience with bullying.
I've met a toilet bowl in my day. Darian Hardaway looking to beat down Mike Z and send him into the Phantom Zone.
Darian Hardaway saying, I'm coming in as a challenger. I'm leaving as a two-time Workhorse champion and being the most holly jolly SOB out there.
Darian Hardaway muscling Mike Z. Mike Z has really improved his technique and he's improved his physique, but ultimately you're going up against a real man of steel. You need some kryptonite and not just conditioning. Of course, our very own Lex Luthor is on the outside. Is he Stevie Ray Styles or Sean Hardy today?
I couldn't tell you. Even I'm confused about that.
Our owner, the man who owns this company effectively as a split personality. I wish that we were making this up. But depending on the day, depending on time, there's no timeouts in wrestling.
He wants a timeout so he can get a drink. Sometimes a guy gets thirsty.
Trust me, I get it. Hydration's important. Do it before the match. But there's special privileges when you're in the pocket of Sean Hardy, and apparently a timeout for a refreshing beverage is one of them.
He got here a little bit late. He was running behind.
Let's be clear,
he didn't have a chance to properly hydrate.
Well, now he does legitimately need a bottle of water because he just got the spit slapped out of his mouth, along with his entire sense of taste.
Well, that's been gone since he joined the Wild West show.
Darian Hardaway having none of the shenanigans tonight. Darian Hardaway's here for business. This is a professional wrestler.
Darian Hardaway, if he gets his chance, he's going to give Mike Z the gift of a Superman punch to pin him.
He's going to give Mike Z the gift of a concave chest. Going to give him the gift of rib surgery.
Right into the
steel pole.
Steel pole, yes.
As we know, the actual hardest part of the ring, no matter what lies you've been fed, that steel pole, that's the hardest part of the ring.
Rolling him back in the ring.
Mike Z, not even one. Not even one.
And that's with Darian Hardaway looking like he's a little bit rocked, too.
Darian Hardaway's on a mission to eradicate 1CW of Mike Z and to take that Workhorse title back, become a two-time champion. You think tonight's the night? You think we'll actually see the Mike Z guarantee, this fabled move?
I have seen the Mike Z guarantee.
Really?
Yes, I have.
What does it look like? What is it?
It just was not in this company. It was at he won the Monster Factory Heavyweight title with it.
So what is it?
I can't remember.
I hate you.
But I know I saw it, I guarantee it.
This just in, Mike Fresh just as much a carny as Mike Z.
Mike Fresh is 43 and has a bad memory.
Darian Hardaway in a bad way in the corner. And ever since he got his skull rocked against that steel, Hardaway does not look the same as he did the first half of this match.
No, he doesn't. Cover.
Perfect positioning by Mike Z.
And his first cover wasn't even a one count.
No. Mike Z has gained a lot of ground, and now it's time. Are we going to see it? The fabled move. Is this the moment? Is it? No, no, it's not. The only guarantee is that Mike Z is going to get squashed like a bug. Spine on the pine. And Sean Hardy or Stevie Ray Styles, whichever one is on the outside, is getting very worried because this does not bode well for the Wild West show.
I wonder if Mike Z's out if he loses gold. That's really the question. Are you still in the Wild West show if you don't carry a belt?
Olympic slam. And this is that technique we were talking about by Mike Z.
Cover. 3 count. It is over.
And to his credit, he did it entirely on his own.
Earlier on this episode, despite a huge effort, the Bayside brothers came in short when challenging Miles of Fame for the 1CW Tag Team titles. Right now, let's hear from Merrick Miami and Jake Tsunami.
Reverend Ryan here, and I am here with the Bayside Brawlers, Jake Kahuna and Merrick Miami. What's a tough loss? I don't even know what to kind of how to start there, but what are your guys' thoughts after that match?
Well, as every great tag team starts off, you know, this is our first night tagging together, and a couple hiccups here and there, you know, and you know we're bound to make mistakes and stuff like that, and it's all part of the growing process.
I agree. We're getting there. We gotta go through the kinks, and you know we have to put in the work to get better, but it's only going up from here. We started off in a tag team match, and I guarantee you we're going to take them eventually.
Sounds like the Bayside Brawlers are ready for their next challenge.
And now the time for our main event has arrived. Wrench hand Sean Carlson defends the 1CW Heavyweight Championship against Jay Flyer.
I don't even think, other than being in the ring a couple times, I've ever seen the two even talk to each other.
No, they avoid each other. You know, the opposite of love is apathy. These two men really, truly want nothing to do with each other. But the last time we saw them in a ring together, Sean Carlson booted Flyer in the face. Flyer has not forgotten that for an instant.
Oh, no, absolutely not. This has the opportunity just to be a big bloody brawl.
Well, very different personalities as humans, but also very different personalities in the ring. You're talking about a big, tough brawler, and Sean Carlson with that wild swing, and Mr. Hang Time, the name is the giveaway. Jay Flyer is a high flyer.
As far as Carlson's concerned, this is 1CW's his home. It's in his blood. And from what he feels, the only reason that Flyer's here is because Mike Meinhold brings him in. And if it wasn't for Mike Meinhold, Flyer wouldn't even step foot within this building.
Well, a lot of personal business, a lot of private boardroom business has really made itself known to the public over the course of this evening in terms of a lot of power struggle between the ownership of 1CW, Mike Meinhold, Sean Hardy, and Sean Carlson. And that is being played out here in a proxy war over the title because the person who has this title really holds the power. Sean Carlson taking a lot of pleasure in beating on Jay Flyer, looking to ground and clip the wings of Jay Flyer. The only difference between Sean Carlson now and Sean Carlson before is with Big Dust by his side, it actually looks like Sean Carlson is having a little bit of fun in the ring again.
A little bit, yeah.
And let's not forget, it is in fact Sean Carlson's birthday. The Ranch Hand does not want to lose this title on his birthday.
Not today. Not like that. How bad would it be to lose to Jay Flyer on your birthday?
Worst birthday ever. Worse than your girlfriend cheating on you with the lead singer of Hammerfall.
Is this a therapy session for you?
No, it happened to a friend. It was Yeah. Rough birthday. But this would be worse.
Jay Flyer, I almost wonder what's going through his mind for this.
Win at all costs.
Oh, a huge right.
I mean, honestly, find the big ball dome, hit it as hard as you can, as often as you can. I think that's what's going through Jay Flyer's head right now. There's a target, hit it, and hit it often. Big man with so much control over his mass, Sean Carlson. Strong 2 count there, and Carlson has been tearing it up recently, making his debut and return to the National Wrestling Alliance. There is a reason that Carlson has been the standard bearer of this company, even if he is a problematic favorite at this point, I would say.
A little bit. He's always been problematic. But he's been a fun problematic.
Carlson is not afraid to speak his mind, not afraid to burn a bridge, not afraid to torch a bridge, not afraid to nuke a bridge. I think Carlson hates bridges.
Little bit.
Likes to be landlocked.
Jay Flyer slowing this down.
But it goes to what you said. Carlson's very comfortable staying on the farm. He doesn't want to leave Houston, Delaware, except to represent Houston, Delaware. And if he sees a threat, whether it's real or perceived, Carlson will act on it.
Absolutely.
Significant temper. What do you make of the whole Mike Meinhold situation? Wait, Jay Flyer looking to take the title.
I feel like there are only so many cooks you can have in a kitchen, not to be cliche. And the more people that you have that have their fingers in pies, the more issues there are. And I think he just might be one too many. I almost want to question.
But to be fair, it's not like Sean Hardy has been a great custodian of this company over the last several years either.
Oh, completely.
Literally, we've got a narcissist or a nut job. Mike Meinhold or Stevie Ray Styles, which isn't even a real person. This is our work environment. Jay Flyer,
cover,
looking to take the title.
You're making fun of him for going by Stevie Ray Styles, Jason Heat?
It's an Eddie Guerrero tribute. You're going to mock a man making homage to Eddie Guerrero? That is deeply insensitive. And Jay Flyer taking Big Blue and looking to take this match into his own hands.
Referee needs to step in there, not just stand in the corner.
This is not no disqualification. Jay Flyer could have cost himself, but maybe the point isn't to take the title. Maybe the point is just to do damage to Sean Carlson.
See, here's
2 count.
Here's one of my things. If Mike Meinhold isn't here, there's no reason for Carlson and Hardy to team up. If there's no reason for Carlson and Hardy to team up, there's no Wild West show. There's no Wild West show. We have a lot more nuance going on right now.
So basically you're considering the Wild West show almost inflammation that is trying to protect this company from an invading body, but by doing so effectively attacks its own cells?
Absolutely.
Sounds like nobody's the hero. It's Jay Flyer, Mr. Hangtime, turning Sean Carlson inside out.
2.5.
And this is my point. Shouldn't all of this be conducted behind closed doors? As opposed to this, what we're seeing right now, these men literally beating each other up with the fate of all of our work culture on the line?
But it's wrestling, and chaos creates money.
And so does controversy, and whether this is a disqualification match or not, a table has entered the play. That is how personal this is. Again, it's not just personal between Sean Carlson and Jay Flyer. It's personal between Mike and Sean Carlson, between Sean Hardy. Big Dust is just here for the ride. He's also here because he's the best insurance policy money can buy, and he gets paid handsomely. You can tell because oh wait, holy shoot. Trying to get a vantage point of what's happening on the outside.
Unfortunately, we can't see everything from here. Sounds like somebody was suplexed to the ground.
And it will be devastating if this match ends in a double disqualification or a double countout. We want to see a victor in this title match. And it's the Ranch Hand, the champion, who is first on his feet.
And you know how you can tell he's really pissed off? The redder his head gets, the more pissed off he is.
I think that was a low blow.
That absolutely was a low blow.
And it seemed like it was right in view of the referee.
Yes.
Seems like we're giving these competitors a lot of latitude in this title match.
Well, he's checking on Carlson right now, at least.
We're going to allow anything to go because we do not want to see a title match end in anything other than a decisive victory or a decisive defeat.
Referee Dewey needs to step in.
No, let him fight. Listen, if this is going to move from the boardroom to the ring, then let's solve it. Let's settle it. Let's settle it permanently.
Settling it permanently wouldn't happen in a wrestling ring.
Okay, all I'm saying is we need a winner and we need a loser.
That was some good hang time.
Big Dust providing some counsel on the outside as Ranch and Carlson looking to find some plunder. Tables and doors and cow prods, oh my.
Now what are they doing with the door? Right in the corner.
Clearly anything and everything will go in this match.
The wrestler yells at the referee for touching his door.
Well, and Big Dust doing what he needs to do, setting that door into place, and Carlson almost got hoisted by his own petard. Bulldog by Flyer. Look at that self-satisfied smugness on the face of Jay Flyer. Future possible heavyweight champion Jay Flyer.
The one thing about Carlson when it comes to his title shots is he gets a little cocky sometimes.
Nobody knows that their championship reign is always on borrowed time like Sean Carlson, and it did not take much. Carlson is a big man, and he went straight through that table.
And Flyer's still going up.
Well, half the damage is done. Time to do the rest. And Jay Flyer's going to do what he does best, and that's fly. Or instead he's going to crash and burn. Carlson
going up top,
causing Flyer to crash and burn.
Cover.
And before anything, wait a second, who is this crew? Luciferus L, Andrew Anderson, and Ox Adams. Three of the biggest, baddest, nastiest hombres in the locker room.
And here comes the Wild West show.
And the Wild West show defending the turf. Mike Meinhold has bought some heavy-duty muscle.
And Tommy Fames staring down Ox.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of this contest, and still 1CW World
And the Wild West show reigning in. Wait a second!
Big
Dust just turned on Carlson. And the question is, was Miles Millennium in on this? Big Dust is best friend with Miles. Wait a second!
Low blow!
And Big Dust has turned and showed his true colors.
And in comes the Meinhold Mayhem, maybe.
Things have turned around incredibly quickly. And whatever they were paying Big Dust, it wasn't enough because he got a better offer by Mike Meinhold.
Big Dust with a fist to Sean Hardy.
And Sean Carlson may still have the title, but the balance of power in this company has very clearly shifted.
This belt, Ari, can give you so much, but one thing it can't is my respect. You ain't got it, King.
A number of insurance policies, and they are paying out and paying off in dividends.
As the power struggle continues within the management of 1CW, Big Dust has turned his back on his best friend, Miles Millennium, and has betrayed the Wild West show, now aligning with Mike. What does this mean for the future of 1CW? Tune in next week to find out. Everyone at home, have a great day.